Okay, so this, I'll probably have to do a couple videos, but this is in response to Tim, who asked me about when we did the last video and kind of changing angles, not the Henka video, changing angles, asking about, you know, kind of some things we do to change our body angle and things like that. So there's a couple principles I think that need to talk about first, and then we can try to demonstrate them. Number one, Embusen, all right? Embu means to demonstrate or to perform. Sen means line, just like a line. So Embusen means a demonstration line, okay? So I'm gonna demonstrate real quick what Embusen is, and it's gonna be like crazy, stupid, kind of simple for you, because it's what you do every day when you go into the dojo, okay? But the Embusen, for say, Hasai Sho, is pretty simple. Here, goes out, goes on a line, right like this. And you see I'm staying right in the middle of that camera because I'm on this line, which is the proper demonstration line of the kata. Okay? Same thing with Chinto. If I took Chinto, it's going to be nice and pretty right on this line. If I'm doing it right and being exacting in my kata, because it's a kata, it's a form, right? It's got a very strict form. It's got a box around it, and that's the way you do it. So that's Embusen. It's the line on which you demonstrate techniques. The other concept, of course, is Taisabaki, or Ashi Hakobi, or Ashi Sabaki. Okay, Sabaku just means to like move, or to, what is it, shift, right? Sabaku, to handle, is another way you can translate it. But Tai means body, so Taisabaki means body shifting, and we see it all over. I just showed you an Embusen, a demonstration of an Embusen of a kata, but you saw a lot of Taisabaki in there, and I'll demonstrate that here in a minute. So Taisabaki is actually moving your body in a balanced way through space to create distance or close distance, and to create angles that give you advantage, okay? So, Taisabaki, as an example. You see it from the very beginning. Naihanshi kata, there's a lot of Taisabaki and Naihanshi kata. If I go here, I step to the side, I shift, and your arm comes out like this. Then we're going to shift right back on the, this is the Embusen. The Embusen's going this way, but we're shifting this way. It causes me to create a shift in my body. I could change off the Embusen, or the demonstration line, and all of a sudden we have something that looks like this, right? Or like this. When I teach Taisabaki, generally, and I learned this from Nihon Jiu-Jitsu class like when I was in judo in Tokyo, but very simple, you know, you move right, your feet follow. If I have a line running here, I'm stepping over to that line and then back to center. Over, back to center, okay? Same thing here. If I have a line running this way, I come to this side of the line, and then I step back to center. Same thing here, this side of the line. Now that center line is cutting across here. I can also move to the back quarter this way, back to center, back this way, and back to center, okay? So those are all basic principles of Taisabaki, okay? So it's simply closing, opening, stepping to the side, off this center line, off to the center line, this way off the center line, this way off the center line, this way to the back quarter, this way to the back quarter, okay? The last thing I was going to talk about is the fact that, so karate, when we talk about techniques, karate is not about consensual fighting, right? In no circumstances in a karate person's life should there be a consensual fight. And now tournaments, that's all a tournament is consensual fight. We go in, we look at the guy, we bow, they say yoi, which means ready, you know, get ready to fight, and we stand here and we get ready to fight, and then they say go, someone says go, and now we're fighting. We're standing there and we're moving, and at any time in this whole confrontation, I could literally just turn around and walk away, right? It's consensual. I've agreed to fight. That's why I'm standing here. That's why I'm standing here with my hands up doing this. The kata we do aren't designed for consensual fighting. Karate is not about consensual fighting. Karate is about not losing, not fighting. Okay? That's probably one of the most important things we can remind ourselves anytime we're training. And so what does a non-consensual fight look like? Well, what it doesn't look like is this, right? Right? This isn't a non-consensual fight. A non-consensual fight is very rapid, it's very close in, it's grabbing, it's punching, it's elbowing, it's kneeing, it's in your face, very sudden, and then it's over, right? So if we're training for this consensual fight, we probably shouldn't be looking necessarily at kata, because kata is going to show us close in fighting, where the non-consensual range is, right here. We are grabbing, we're punching, we're throwing elbows, and we are trying to finish the fight and get away. That's what we're trying to get to kata. So if this is what you're trying to do, then you're doing something else. And I'm not trying to say that tournaments aren't fun and tournaments aren't good, because I personally have enjoyed tournaments in my day. But don't confuse what karate and kata were designed for, and maybe what you do in the dojo, where you're kind of dancing around and you're throwing kicks and punches from out here and doing this kind of thing. Okay, that might not be what you're not gonna find much satisfaction in the kata to do that. So those three things, I'm gonna stop the video right there, and then we'll try to do a part 2, Tim, and maybe give you something a little more meaty or substantive to chew on. Okay, all right.